Welcome to the Smash Masters podcast, hosted by Stefan Eschi and Nick Priest. This is where we dig into the auto body collision repair field and talk quality repair methods and how the industry is always changing. Buckle up, it gonna get bumpy.
Well, good afternoon.
Hello.
How's everybody doing?
Welcome to the Smash Masters podcast, episode 59.
Alex is first.
What's up, Alex?
How you doing, buddy?
Good to see you. How's your week been going, Nick? We haven't done this in a while.
We haven't done this in a while. It has been monsooning for the past week, and it looks like that we're going to have another week of on and off downpours, and it's wild. It's wild.
That's
so been battling that, trying to do mobile dent repair out in the rain really sucks. But
you got to get you a big tent or something.
I have a pop-up canopy,
or like a shop.
What's up, Andrew? Yeah. I need to get a shop. I've been looking at a few, but they're not quite right there yet. So as soon as I can get my hands on the bid, I'm in.
Be picky about it.
Right.
It's gonna reflect on you. So
yeah, I know. What's up, Eldar? Good to see you.
Good problems to have. That's good problems. It means you're pretty busy.
Another thing we got is a couple of weeks ago, I mentioned that we were going to have a new tool that we're going to give away from Dent Vision. So let's see what we got.
Stormbreaker.
It's a
pretty cool slide hammer. If you check out Dent Vision videos, he explains a lot more about it. But there's springs involved. It's supposed to be more ergonomic and save your shoulder.
Yep, I've seen a few guys using it already, saying they've positive feedback on it. So it has cold glue on one side, and you can use traditional tabs and stuff on the other. And that'll be coming soon. Actually,
nice. Something to look forward to. What are you thinking? We do a Facebook post giveaway?
Probably do a Facebook post giveaway.
So make sure you follow our Facebook and pay attention to the post there, because there will be a giveaway post, and it won't cost you anything. You just gotta tag friends and that kind of stuff. So
someday,
the usual giveaway kind of deals.
Be looking for that. We're gonna have that out very soon, and I think you guys would be excited about that thing. That's a pretty cool tool.
I am. I want to see it in person. I always like to have a tool in my hand before I really decide to spend money on it or not. So that'll be cool. Very cool.
Right. Absolutely. It will be. Absolutely. Well, you got anything?
Cam Auto competition coming up.
Yeah.
Make sure to get your tickets to spectate that. Not all the competition or competitors have been chosen yet. So
okay, there's been 6 so far, right?
Waiting. Yeah, 6 so far. We're waiting on 4 more, I guess, but
I think so.
It's gonna be a great show. And discounts and stuff on Cam Auto stuff, and Anson's gonna be there. Just head up. Just head up. I'll be there.
Good.
I'm gonna drive up.
That'll be nice. That'll be nice.
I haven't been able to drive to any of these things. This is like the first one within driving distance for me. So I'm excited. But yeah, got a awesome show tonight. Tonight's guest is an Instagram video maker, and he does some pretty good work there.
Yep, I've been watching. He does a lot of good stuff. Let's bring him on in. Hey, Pete. What's up, buddy?
What's up, guys?
How you doing?
Good.
Thanks for coming on. Your video's been killing it.
Yeah,
killing it.
I mean, stuff.
Really good stuff. I've been taking notes.
Some of the stuff's been some pretty heavy, extensive repairs too. This isn't like easy stuff that you're doing.
Yeah, right. Big jobs. Yeah.
Right.
How long have you been doing collision repair?
22 years.
22 years. All right. So, yep. So you're right up there. You should be doing that bigger stuff by now. If you're not, then something's wrong.
Yep. Eldar said, Dr. Pete.
Yep.
Eldar.
Yeah. Yeah. Roll us through how you got like started into that. How did you actually get into doing collision work and all that?
So I've been around it my whole life. My dad owns a body shop. So since I was little, I was always in the shop. And yeah, when I was 16, I decided to go work for him full time. And I just been,
dad.
Yeah, for my dad. Okay. Yeah. And then when I got a little older, I ventured out by myself. And yeah, just been doing it ever since.
Oh yeah. What's some of the stuff that you like? What's one of the first things you picked up on? I mean, growing up in a shop, what did you kind of gravitate towards? Did you paint or, prime, or did you just kind of do body work over in the corner? How did that look?
Yeah. So, I don't know. It all kind of intimidated me at first. I remember seeing it was like a Chevy S10. It was like a Chevy S10 my dad had. It all apart, and the wire and harness was hanging off, and the core support was off. And those were the Chevys that, the fenders and the core support, it's like the whole front clip. And
yeah,
I just remember the wire and harness was laying down. I was like, I will never be able to do this because there was just so much involved with it. And yeah, and then, later down the road, you do little by little, and you start doing it. So
yeah.
But the body part really, captivated me. And not that painting is takes less skill, but I would say the body work is definitely more challenging.
Yes.
And there's a lot more you have to be a lot more involved with it, and it's it's problem solving after problem solving. So yeah, I just wanted to go that route. And when I was, the first 6 years I was doing it, I kicked myself. And I'm like, man, because it's hard. It's so hard. And I wanted to quit. I wanted to quit a lot. But
so would you say that it took that 6 years to really to become comfortable with
6 years? Yeah, and I, 6 years just feel like okay with it. Yeah. You get those jobs that go good, and it's like, okay, and get some momentum going. But yeah, it takes a while to do one job after another that you don't have much problems with.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah,
that's a good point, and we actually make sure to ask all of our guests that have collision backgrounds that, because these kids, they come into the shop and they want to quit in year one, because they're not getting it. And it's like, dude, you gotta put in your time. How quickly did you learn to play Carry On My Wayward Son? Playing in every body shop I walk into.
All of them. Yeah.
I made a video about how the classic rock station will forever be in body shops. So
yeah.
I'm sure it was in your dad's too. That or some country. So you pretty much got like an R&I kind of thing down pat, seeing all the wires and getting all that stuff kind of corrected back. And I'm sure that's probably where you started mostly. What was the how did you like get into doing metal work? Like what did that look like?
Like filler work and stuff?
Yeah, like, just gravitating into that. Did you just, what did it look like as far as
were you asked to like, you have to start repairing more, replacing less, or did you fight back on it? How did you end up doing more metal work?
Like, was there old restoration cars back there, and they were like, just sand on this a little while and then get used to this and then work on this, or what did we do here?
Yeah, there was a couple of restorations that I started on, but mainly it was customers' cars, but they were just like, I'm going to throw you in it, and either you're going to do it or you're not going to do it. And they guided me through the way, but I was basically just hands-on. So I would say the first couple of years, I detailed cars, cleaned up the shop, stuff like that. and did body work here and there, but it was, they just threw me into it.
Yeah.
Juan says, "Hey, what's up, Juan? How you doing?
What's going on, Juan? Nice to see you."
Yeah, so started detailing and that kind of stuff. Yeah, I mean, it takes a few years to learn or get body filler down pat just in itself, aside from doing metal work.
But so did they give you something and they were like, you're going to repair this? You know, doesn't matter how long you take, you're going to sit down and you're going to repair this.
Okay.
Yeah. That's good. I mean, that's how you do it. That's how you learn.
Yeah. There's a lot of like you said earlier, you wanted to quit. There's some want to quit moments in trying to learn that stuff.
Oh yeah.
Especially when you're like, you can almost get it, but you can't figure out why it doesn't want to move here or there, and getting those areas worked out that you don't notice.
I mean, that's how I calculated that it took me 5 years to be comfortable, because for the first 5 years of auto body, I wanted to quit. You know,
so,
and I wanted to do anything else, but my work ethics in me said, no, you have to stick with this until you find something else. So I was looking, I never found anything, obviously, and then eventually auto body just started to be like, oh, I could do this.
Right.
You know? But no, he definitely does good work. That's why we wanted to grab him on here. So I want to ask, so you were learning from other repair artists, obviously, not panel changers.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Back in the day, like, you know, they fixed everything, and it was I would say their quality of work isn't like what we do now. But yeah, you know, you got to learn both ways. You got to learn, you know, the not so good way to do it, and then the correct way to do it, and that's how you hone your skills in. So I'm grateful that, you know, I learned kind of the butcher way, but then, you know, found the correct way.
Right.
So,
those butchers got skills, man. I mean, we can learn from them, and we can use them in quality jobs, you know.
Absolutely.
So how many guys were in the shop when you started?
God. Probably five. Somewhere around there. Yeah.
Okay. So you had a few different choices to kind of pick their brains and learn from.
Right.
That's good, because you can kind of take from each one and then kind of make your own assumption of what you feel like is the best way to do it.
Right. Yeah, and that's the thing, right? So, and when I ventured out on my own, I worked for, you know, I don't want to say a lot of body shops, but quite a few body shops, trying to find my groove and finding the right place for me. And to have an open mind going into it and listening to people, and you can learn, you know, there's a million different ways to do this. So to have an open mind and, you know, your willingness to learn really sets you apart from other people.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, yeah, don't go in thinking you know everything. That's for sure. Even if you've been doing it 20, 30 years. Best thing to learn from a butcher is what not to do. I like that answer.
You hear that a lot, though. You know, I've been doing this for 30, 40 years, and they're just so closed-minded, and I don't want to ever become that. So try to keep open mind and keep growing. It's what keeps me going too.
So have you been lucky enough to be sent to any manufacturer training?
No.
Okay. That's unfortunate. iCar?
Yeah, iCar. Yeah, I got a lot of iCar.
Okay.
Yeah, I figure where you work now, they're going to keep up with the iCar stuff. No doubt about that. I know from firsthand experience that they'll keep you on some iCar training.
Yeah. So what is the manufacturer training then? What is that exactly?
Well, so if your shop wanted to become Honda certified, you would take courses specific to Honda. Your company would have to purchase tools that Honda approves for working on their vehicle, and they'd have to have them in the shop, tools and equipment. And that's pretty much it. It's training and equipment. And then you end up on the OE, like if you go to honda.com, there's a body shop section, certified body shops, and you end up on that list. So
Right.
dealerships refer you, so you get work. It's a way of getting work in.
Mhm.
But the training in those programs, I think, is second to none when it comes to any manufacturer, because who best knows how their car should be repaired except the manufacturer, people that are welding it together from the factory.
Right.
So if you ever get the opportunity to, just say yes. I mean, it's worth the trip wherever they're going to send you. Usually there's a trip somewhere. Honda wasn't. Honda was mostly through iCar, honestly. Some are easier than others. But the big ones that people are taking are like Tesla, Rivian. You definitely have to do some traveling for those. And it's worth it. It stinks, but it's worth it, you know. And me, I think we have a similar mindset. I like learning the new stuff. So I'm sitting there in class, I'm eating it up. You know, I might get bored because they're not going fast enough with the information.
Right.
But other than that, I highly suggest any kind of training that you get offered.
Yeah, absolutely. It's that's what motivated me so much in a shop, was learning a new or different way or technique to repair a job that not only made you better, but made your repair better and faster at the same time.
Like, remember when those nitrogen welders, the plastic welders, started coming out, and they were coming through all the shops, and everyone's like, this is the greatest thing, you know, and you couldn't rip apart the seams anymore. And
Yeah.
like, yeah, it ended up being a waste of money because bumpers are $80. It's like, yeah, I could get an hour.
I don't know. I always got paid good for bumper repair. I don't know.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah,
great. No, I
did.
never was able to, so it never was worth it. We always just put a bumper on it.
Yeah. My thing with that was it's an OE bumper, so you compare it to the OE price of a bumper, not the aftermarket price.
Yep.
So
need good riders for that.
Yeah, and I always done fairly well. I mean, I was good at it too, so it made it easier. But
yeah, for sure.
Depends.
Well, Mr. Hacker popped in, so we should touch on your Kiko training you just went through. So you said Danny himself was your Kiko trainer?
Yeah, I got to meet Danny. Danny's awesome, super funny.
Yeah.
It was really a good experience.
Awesome.
So I got to use that the whole system today and made a little video. So I'll be posting that probably tomorrow. Yeah.
Excellent. So did you have any prior experience with glue pulling or anything before Danny came to you guys' shop or anything?
No, nothing.
Okay.
Well, I've been seeing, you know, videos online. I invested some of my money, you know, into tools and stuff, and started doing it by myself. But this the system is state of the art. It's really cool. So
it's next level. You said you picked up some stuff of your own. What kind of stuff did you grab up?
Some tabs and glue gun. I bought the Cam Auto slide hammer and the cold glue, stuff like that.
Cold glue's nice.
It's useful for some soft damage. You can rough out some soft damage to filler level super quick in a body shop.
Yeah,
it really is. It's good. But yeah, tell us how the training went. How did that go?
It was good. What is it? It was 4 hours. So we went over, you know, it was like a crash course. So went over basically everything in the cabinet, and there's a lot in there. So
yeah.
And then we repaired, you know, a vehicle, and it was good.
So did he have you actually like kick into a vehicle, or did you have a vehicle already smashed for him?
No, he said he got to go to the week training for that.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. That's I will say that week training is 100% worth it.
It absolutely is.
But yeah, sorry. But then you're right after training, you said you used it yesterday, and you're making effective pulls with it already.
Yes. Yep.
That's what the training. There's the value in the training is. I mean, we hear about these systems getting purchased all the time. Guys use it a few times, can't get the glue to stick, rolls over in the corner, collects dust.
I've seen a bunch of them like that.
The training is so important.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm glad to hear that you definitely got that information down and you listened.
Right.
Yeah.
I was at a training where nobody listened. So. But go ahead.
Sitting there hating it the whole time.
No, it's exciting. The more and more I use it, the better and better I'll get. And I'm excited to do a big repair. I've seen some videos that absolutely blow my mind with how much it pulls out. So it'd be cool.
Yeah, they've perfected the art of big dent repair. Absolutely have. I mean, those K-Powers and stuff, man, just taking it and spreading that metal out and pulling it out like it's nothing is crazy.
The glue is definitely capable. The
glue is capable. Yeah.
The main thing I would say that changed it for me was switching to using the light. Because using the light, I mean, you can see a lot more than your hand can feel. So I'm able to dial the metal in so much closer to perfect before going to filler. That filler is like child's play at that point. I mean, I'm talking most of my jobs, if they need filler, it's just a skim coated glaze. I don't even do filler. And I definitely wouldn't be able to get it to that level by feeling the panel when it's in bare metal. Leaving the paint on, using the light, we're totally changing the way we're looking at damage. And that's going to take time to learn. But you put in that time, it's gonna change everything for you.
It definitely does.
In the long run, it's faster, correct?
It's faster.
Yeah.
Well, the way we started when we all started was what was the first thing we was told to do? Grind the entire panel down.
Right.
So
Take all the paint
no
off.
longer can see it.
Right.
All right. It goes from that to there's a better way to do that. Don't grind everything down. Just grind where you need to put the keys or what your wiggle wire, whatever you're doing. So do that. And now, because of all this new technology that Kiko and the others have put out, there's no reason to immediately go to grinding. You just clean your panels, prep for glue, and then do your pulling.
Yep. It's better. You'll love it. Let's talk about the welding stuff. He says, well, hold on. I do want to answer Andrew's question here.
Let's put it back up.
Is it true that if you're a certified tech and there's a lawsuit on one of your vehicles, you're held liable just like the shop? That is whether you're certified or not. If you are on record of working on that car and there's an issue, you are liable. Doesn't matter if you're certified or not. Getting certified is your ability to access the information to remove your liability. Because if you follow everything the manufacturer tells you to do, you're not liable anymore.
Right.
I just did what the manufacturer told me to do. You know, and that's the law of the land. So that's how you remove your liability. Being certified just gives you better access to that information.
Right. Danny says all the suits that crash say Pete is one of the best techs in the whole organization. Totally well respected within the industry. So you got to be doing something right and something good to get that kind of name for yourself. That's awesome. And like I said, your videos, you show out some really good stuff out there.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you do any like frame pulling stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah. So when a job comes into your shop, you're the first person to touch it. You disassemble, repair and everything.
Yeah, start to finish, all the mechanical work, airbags, if the job is required, everything, start to finish, except detail, but start to finish.
Painting?
No.
Okay.
No painting.
Okay. So you have painters, dedicated painters.
Yeah.
That's pretty standard. Do you we were talking, I'm pretty sure you caught last week's show with Matt.
Mm-hmm.
We were talking to him about how apprenticeship programs have you taken on any apprenticeship, if not at Crash Champions, somewhere else?
Yeah, I have one right now.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
How's that going?
It's okay. It's going. It's tough, you know. These kids, they go to school, and it's almost like, I don't know, they got almost like a false illusion on, you know, how they think this stuff is easy, right?
Right.
And it's not, and there's a lot to learn. And yeah, they're you know, they need more work. So
right. So how long have you had the apprentice?
About 2 months now.
About 2 months. Is this your first one to have, or have you had more?
Yeah, my first one. Yep.
Okay. So day one, they come in, and what does that look like for like people that want to become apprentices and stuff? I know we talk about it a lot, the programs and stuff, but how does that look from day one until up to where you're at now?
Well, so they come in, and, you know, we get teamed up, and I'll ask them, well, like, I asked him, you know, what can you do, and everything, and we went through what he could do, and then he just.
Do they have tools?
Yeah, they have tools. Yeah,
Okay.
just basic stuff. I think their school gives them, you know, a full set of stuff, but just the basic stuff, and but yeah. So like his first day, I had him tear apart a couple cars, and that was about it.
Yeah. Okay. So
he came out of trade school. Is it like a high school trade school?
It's a college trade school.
Okay, so they put in extra work then. Okay.
Yeah. I guess they were there. It was about like 2 years training. And I guess they were there 8 days or 8 hours a day.
Yeah.
So for 5 days. So a lot of training.
Did that training seem to kind of show when he got there, as far as being able to tear down, use tools, and all that kind of stuff?
So yeah, he could definitely tear apart a car, put a car together, but as far as like the filler work, you know, that you guys know, that stuff takes a long time.
Right.
And then as far as like quarter panels and stuff like that, we haven't got to that point yet, but he says he knows how to do it, but
I feel like you would probably have him mainly just cutting the stuff off first, or kind of guiding him through that process before you have him.
Welds.
Yeah. The goal is I can get him to do my prep work, and then eventually, you know, do the whole job itself. But the prep work is part of the, you know, it's, as you guys know, it's very important. So if he could do good prep work, then he's more than halfway there.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. The prep is the main thing that you want to be really detailed and good. Like you said, I mean, if you got crap prep work in anything, whether you're welding or whatever, it's going to make the rest of the job look like crap and go terrible the entire way.
At your shop, are you guys doing your own priming and blocking, or is the painter's helper?
No, the painters are doing that.
Yeah.
We'll go, if it's a big repair, we'll go over there and block it out. But other than that, no.
Okay. Yeah. That's
standard.
Standard stuff. Same that I did when I was there too.
I've always believed that the bodywork's not done until the primer's blocked, but I mean, like you said, as long as you're taking care of like the larger stuff yourself, you know, I get that's in line with my beliefs, and it's I just don't like it getting that job back from all painted, and man, I'm pretty sure I left that body line a lot sharper.
Yeah.
It's like it's definitely really dull in comparison to the other side now. It's okay.
Yeah, interface pad and a DA will do wonders for your body lines.
It's just a lot of peace of mind blocking your own primer, and you, unfortunately, I mean, they might hit it with that interface pad after you block it anyway. So
yeah, no, I mean, I get it. I mean, people have their own opinions and interpretations about that, but I don't know. I just
it's an opinion, yeah, for sure. I've just always believed that Bodyworks is not done until the primer's blocked, because primer is a filler. David is a PDR tech, so he doesn't know what a DA is.
A DA is the day after Sunday.
And the DA is a dual action orbital sand editor, for those that don't know, for real.
I mean, yeah, absolutely.
All right, so you're doing the glue pulling now. Have you played with any push tools?
A little bit, yeah, a little bit. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't say I'm good or anything. But yeah, just eventually, hopefully, in the next couple of years, I want to be good, and take out dents and master that. And why not?
Well, I mean, picking and filing is an old school body technique.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, picking is not new to the body shop whatsoever. I mean, the PDR guys are just the ones using it, so in finesse and getting the paint to not crack or whatever like that. But no, I feel like the push tools are supremely handy in the body shop. If I can keep the paint on the car longer, even if I'm going to crack it by pushing on it, doesn't matter. I mean, we're painting it anyway at that point. I can do that way faster than I take paint off, put the ground on, get the dent puller, pull it out, tap in the high spots, like all that. It's so much faster and cleaner.
Right. And I know Danny's told you this when he was showing you guys training, but reducing the size of the damage. That's what it's all about.
Smaller filler spots.
2x4 and a hammer. I mean, those you can't really beat a 2x4 in a body shop.
That is a very handy body shop tool for sure.
Yeah, it absolutely is.
Those rear bodies and trunk floor pans. Just beat them right back out with 2x4 and a big hammer, right?
All right. Absolutely.
Any tool purchases that you made recently that you're really happy with? Like, did you buy the most recent Snap-on Impact?
No Snap-on stuff for me.
No,
it's too expensive, and I'm a Milwaukee guy, so my whole toolbox is Milwaukee.
Okay. Nothing wrong with that.
No,
nothing wrong with that.
I mean, I got Milwaukee stuff. It's great stuff.
I was the newest Snap-on Impact. I wasn't gonna buy it. I had the last one, and I was underneath a truck bed, and I'm taking bed bolts out, and of course mine's going dig, 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 and it's like crawl out, grab a new battery, put that in. I said, this will do it. Nothing. It's like, and the kid who just started in the trade in the next bay to me has that brand new Snap-on Impact, the new model and everything, comes over, let me try mine. I'm like, yeah, right. It's like, mine's Snap-on too. Zing, right out. So yeah, I went out and bought it.
Yeah.
Things like that, I end up with almost no. But the Milwaukee gun is good. I'll bet you the new one will take care of the same stuff.
Yeah, it's good.
I'm not a Milwaukee guy.
No.
I mean, I stuck with one battery. Right. So I mean, you invest in one battery line, stick with it. I already got all these batteries. I'm not going to go buy a second battery line just for that. Although I did for the heat gun, the Milwaukee heat gun.
Yeah. Well, he's DeWalt guy, so. Yeah.
Now
y'all can fight about it when we get done with the
Snap-on and DeWalt. Yep.
David's Harbor Freight.
That's all right. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, right.
You just got to keep going back. That's all.
Did the training stuff that you guys had, did it come with one of the K-Powers?
Yes.
And you've
wow.
Have you gotten to use it yet?
Yeah, I used it today. Yeah.
Those things that's a beast tool. Yeah. Andrew asked, how did you get started with Collision on Instagram, and any knowledge you would like to share? So I guess building a following, and how did you get started up videoing and stuff? What made you want to do that?
Well, I wanted to, I don't know, just show my skills. I started on TikTok a little bit. I posted a couple videos there. But really what got me started was Jason, Jason X.
Yep.
He was talking about it and starting a website and stuff like that, and having influencers, teach people and stuff. And I was like, man, that's really cool. I'm interested in that. So I started uploading videos, and and then TikTok, the whole thing with TikTok was it was going to get shut down, or I don't know. Some was going on with that with Trump and
still going on. But
right. So I made the switch over to Instagram, and just been posting there.
Okay. All right. David says, what's Pete's IG page?
I'm putting it on the bottom now. At Fix It Nation.
Yep.
Getting a break, going on vacation. Chris has been doing a lot of hill work. Yep.
But I started my videos pretty much, just to showcase to friends and family, and it just grew from there as well. Jason does have a pretty cool thing going with the Collision Verse. I think it's on the back burner at the moment, but I think it would be pretty cool to have a social media just dedicated for Collision. I mean, we're those of us that are still in it, we're passionate. We're passionate about it, and to have some place to share and do stuff there, and even just like help others, do small little videos with tips and tricks, to help the next generation coming in, because they're always on their phone. It's helpful. It's good. It's a good thing. I like what he's doing over there. Collisionverse.com for those that haven't joined up yet. Definitely go take a look at that.
Yep, it was building for a little bit, and then I guess it kind of, but yeah, it was a good.
Life gets busy.
It does get busy. It does.
Life gets busy. Jason's a busy guy.
Still a good place though.
He was in here. Maybe still is. Jason. But yeah. So you want to go to SEMA? Did we talk about that on the air?
No, we didn't.
We were talking about SEMA before the show. And my advice to you is definitely go. I also would space out if you decide to go again. Don't go right away. It's going to be like a carbon copy. Split it up, and I mean, unless you're meeting up with friends or whatever, maybe you'll have a different experience than I did. But just going to SEMA just for SEMA, you definitely got to go. Everybody's got to go at least once. But being that you do the videos, I'd really suggest you go around and introduce yourself to the different companies. You'll find, honestly, if you start posting videos talking about going to SEMA, you'll get all these people coming out of woodwork. Oh, you're going to SEMA? Oh, let's meet up, man. Right. Or companies going, oh, make sure you stop by our booth. This booth number asked for this guy.
It's excellent networking. Do you have any merch or anything like that? Any hats or shirts? Nothing?
No.
Okay.
No. So I've been posting a little over a year, but I would say consistently the last, I don't know, probably 5 months, 6 months, something like that.
Okay.
But yeah.
Well, you're doing really good for just a year. It's 5,600 followers or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Do it.
Getting
Just
there.
keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. I mean, results speak for themselves.
Right. And I think Eldar wanted you to talk about welding earlier. Is that what? Yeah, he said let's talk about the welding stuff. I'm assuming because you do a lot of structure repair.
You do.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, did you take anything other than, did you do the ICAR welding tests?
Yeah, I'm all certified in all the ICAR welding.
But no other training.
No other training. No, just doing it.
I mean, that's really what it is. You just have to do it.
Right.
That's actually one of the things I say about my my trade school experience. I mean, in trade school, I really didn't learn much about cars. We didn't have customer cars. How are you going to learn auto body without customer cars?
Yeah.
You're not. I mean, we had 80s cars that we took apart.
Oh,
how is that going to teach you anything? It's not. But I do say that I learned how to weld at trade school because they put us in a room with a welder and little coupons, and they say, "Go."
Mm-hmm.
So you learn, you play with it enough, you're gonna learn how, for sure.
Did this welder that you're using, is this the one you currently use now, I'm assuming?
Yeah. I got 3 welders that I use. 2 Pro Spots, and then this one right here is Miller.
Okay. A Miller what?
Miller-Matic or something like that. Okay. 211. Yeah. Okay.
Miller 211. That's a great welder. I used that for a long time and I enjoy it.
Yeah, weld's awesome.
They're beast welders.
Yeah, but I mean, I like how you're just showing the technology that we're using. Like this video's got SPRs, self-piercing rivets, which holds together a lot of vehicles nowadays, especially if they're aluminum.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if you get BMW certified, you are going to be going SPR crazy. I mean, even their steel vehicles, where we're changing quarter panels with rivets and glue. No welding.
Right.
That's how BMW wants it done now. And once you do 1 or 2, honestly, you start to like them more than the welding ones. Just easier. It's like, man, I place it on. I don't even gotta weld it. Go do something else for a little while, come back, and it's on.
Well, the Jeep Grand Cherokees are like that. In the procedures, that's what they call for.
Yeah. The older guys, when the glue came out, when it first started getting popular, I mean, they were on the right track. They just missed a few steps back in the days. But I always enjoyed watching these guys glue an entire bedside on. And then it comes back a couple weeks later and the bedside's not even on the truck.
Oh, if you don't do it right. Or if you don't put the rivets in. Oh my goodness. Not following procedures then.
Right. Well, I mean, I'm talking about like 15 years plus ago.
We still need 500 vice grips for the glued on panels there, Steve.
Right.
Still need the vice grips for the glue to cure.
Chris says stainless steel dent repairs apparently where it's at. He said he got 100K views on his TikTok from that. Fixing refrigerators.
I had a call the other day. Somebody asked me if I take dents out of refrigerators.
Yeah.
I think I responded with something like, "Yeah, I can. I've never done it before, but I know I can." He didn't call back. I don't blame him. This guy says he's never done it.
Chris, did you get that dent in that refrigerator? Did it come out really nice and perfect, or did you have a little bit of waviness or what to it? Because I've done one. I've done 2, and one of them didn't really come out so good. But it was a sharp line dent. I couldn't get that line out.
Speaking of welding, Pete, have you played with silicone bronze welding?
Yeah.
Did you Did you do any like sectioning points with them, or?
No, I have not. No, not that. Mm-mm.
So you're following procedures then.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, for a little bit, it got around that people they said, "Oh, you're allowed to use the silicone bronze on sectioning joints, and ICAR says it's fine." It's like, yeah, but the OE doesn't, But we didn't know that right away. We were listening to ICAR at that time, so people were silicone bronze these quarters on left and right. And eventually I was like, you know what? You want me to follow manufacturer procedures? Manufacturer procedures say to use MIG mag welding. I said, I'm not silicone bronzing anything on anymore unless it says I should. And I got so much flack from all the other techs. Oh, I'm going to silicone bronze. It's colder. It's better. It's like, you got to follow procedures. And it was a little eye-opening to me because I didn't see a lot of other people doing that. And then now, everybody I talk to goes, "Oh yeah, you definitely don't do that." It's like, okay, well, I don't know if it was ICAR. Somebody told us that ICAR said it was okay, and then everybody in the industry was doing it. So glad to hear you weren't.
Yeah.
John, Eagle collision glue to roof cost them $31 million. Yes, and it cost the tech $1 million.
Yep,
that's right. That's the famous case that put us all on the path of following manufacturer procedures.
Right. That's why we're not going glue crazy now, like the old school way of doing that kind of stuff.
Hey, that's pretty good idea. David says he uses silicone bronze for weld-on tabs for like the Mo-clamp tack and pulls. Haven't ripped a panel since. That's a really good idea.
That's a good tip. Yeah, absolutely.
Because silicone bronze does not actually a weld. It's like a glue. It doesn't penetrate.
Yeah,
it just sits on top. So yeah, that's a good tip, David. I might give that tip out. Eldar says, "Wow,
how's that been working?" I'm sure it's been working great, but I'm been pulling good and all that stuff. I'm sure. I mean, he hadn't ripped the tab, so it's got to be better than.
If he's still doing it, it must be working well.
Yeah, right.
Must be working well.
Right. I like that. I like that tip. I will never use it because I ain't going back to that. He said he moved some metal.
So future videos are going to have less welding and more gluing on it. Is that what I'm hearing from you, Pete?
Maybe. Yeah, maybe.
That's what I want to hear from you.
It all depends on what I get.
Yeah.
If I could choose what I get, it would be repair all day. But I'm the lead tech at my shop, so I get all the train racks.
Right.
So.
Right. Yeah. I'm sure there's probably not just a ton of big dent repair when you're kind of doing rebuilding front ends and all that type of stuff. But I like to see a lot of this action here that you've got going on. That's a lot of quality stuff going on. You got.
Yeah.
That makes it way easier.
Yeah. Have you guys ever used these tips?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. So good.
Many years. I actually for a long time you couldn't get these tips for 2K.
Right.
You could only get them for 1K. So I was actually using an adapter to use the 1K tip on a 2K seam sealer. And,
oh, wow.
And I would do that every time. And we charge the insurance company for all the tips and all the adapters and everything. So I mean, it was all paid for. But I saw a video just like this one. And I said, I gotta have that. I said, I hate taping up seams for seam sealer personally. And it never comes out right. Never. Really? Started doing it this way. I love it.
I tried a few different ways of seam sealing with this, and some I liked, some I didn't really like so much. But For the
These
most
new
part,
tips are great.
yeah, that looks way easier than the way I used to try and do it. I would just hold my thumb on and use that as a guide. Yeah.
I know people that still do that. They'll cut that extra tab off and still use their thumb just because that's the way they learned.
Yeah. I mean,
I think Juan is one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would just
strong.
Yeah. He probably still does that. I don't know. It worked for me, but there's a lot easier ways out here now, I would say.
I mean, those tips are great, and if you can get them paid for by the insurance company, then I mean, it's almost.
It looks way better than any kind of taping or any of that crap that you got to spend 2 hours trying to get that done.
Yep. It is better.
Yeah.
Well, sir. Wow. Oh, that's the video I saw. I was like, I think I saw this one, and I saw my comment on it. That was all replaced, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Gotta love it.
Yeah, absolutely. Good stuff.
Well, I mean, we made it. It's about an hour. It's great to have you on. Is there anything that you wanted to let us all know before we wrap up the show?
No, thank you for having me on, guys.
All right. Are we going to see you on more social platforms here soon?
Yeah.
Maybe. Why are you guys still posting to TikTok?
Yeah,
you guys
a
post
big one.
TikTok?
Yeah,
so
TikTok.
I'd recommend doing more on TikTok if you're going to choose one more. It's the easiest platform to grow a following on. The algorithm really likes the car talk kind of stuff, and and you're already making really nice shorts. You'll just be able to fall right into it.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll follow you on there. I'll repost your videos.
Right. I'll do the same.
All right.
Definitely.
I'll do the same for sure.
That was loud.
That was loud. Yes.
Sorry about that. But yeah, I just want to remind everybody about the Cam Auto competition coming up. Definitely pick up the ticket to that, and I will see you up in Canada. I'm gonna be
yeah, and check. Can't hear you.
Me?
Yeah, the music drowned you out. Too bad.
So you go ahead and talk.
Well, yeah, all right, yeah. I was going to let you finish. I was going to let you finish your setup.
You couldn't hear me apparently.
Yeah, we mentioned it at the front about the slide hammer, so we're going to make a Facebook post about that. Be sure and go check that out because somebody's going to win that on here, just like every other time that we've had a giveaway. It's going to be the same process, so look forward to that. That's a really cool slide hammer. I don't know if Chris is still in here now, but Chris has got one. He's been using it. Seems to really enjoy it. Be sure and check out other stuff from Dent Vision Tools as well. It's got a lot of good stuff.
Love the knockdown. All my knockdowns are now on shock blockers.
Right. They are good. I tend to gravitate and grab that one, the one that I have, and I'm going to grab a few more myself just because you get used to it. You don't think about it, but you really get used to that shock motion.
And when you go back to the other knockdown and it just doesn't feel right.
Right.
So it's I'm a shock blocker fan. I'm just going to be most of my knockdowns. I still like the Anson Bomber knockdown for my VIP leather tip, but
yeah,
other than that, no, shock blocker knockdown all the way.
Shock blocker knockdown. Be sure and get the Anson app and go get some stuff on there. You get free glue if you didn't know that, and you get some cool stuff as well. Chris says really good stuff on here. So yeah, be sure and look for that.
Eldar says this time I hope I will win. I hope you win too, Eldar.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know what we're winning, but I hope you win.
What's up, Dwayne? Dwayne's another one. I think he has the the new Dent Vision slide hammer as well. I'm not, didn't you get that? He won it, I think. So
I don't know.
I think he won at one of those at Anson.
I don't know. Let's wrap up.
All right. Anyway, let's get out of here, guys.
Bye, everybody. Have a great night.
Bye, guys.